I'm sorry about that, but now give the floor to Georgios Kyrtsos for the EPP.
Thank you very much, and I would like to thank Mr. Panetta for his very interesting presentation and comments. I have two questions. First of all, could you define the time horizon of your strategy? Because we keep talking about losing part of control of the financial system, so probably we'll have to react rather fast to be on the safe side. Could you give us some time limits, a time horizon, whatever you can? And the second question is, how would the ECB react in case that the GAFAs, Google, Amazon, etc., will move and create their own digital currency? We know that in China, the state apparatus and the government said no to the effort of digital companies of the digital sector to create their own digital currency. What would be the ECB's reactions if that thing happens in Europe? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. On the timeline of the project, our timeline foresees our reflection on the design features of the digital euro in the next 2 years. Ideally, at the end of 2023, we would have a clear understanding of how the digital euro would be designed. Limits, degree of protection of confidentiality, who could use it, whether it is used at the point of interaction, whether it can be used only online or also offline. So that should be clear in 2 years. After that, we would develop a prototype. The idea is that in 6 months we should be able, I hope, because we never had any experience on this. It's an industrial project with no previous experience in the world. And in 6 months we plan to develop a prototype. Then we stop, because at that point, in order to do the next step, we would go to the Governing Council of the ECB, which would be at that point analyzing the project, see what are the proposals and authorize the next step. The next step would proceed in parallel with legal activity, the legislation, to start developing the product, doing the procurement, liaising with private companies, or providing technology from the system, because the EU system has a very strong understanding of technology in payments. Therefore, in those 3 years, we would develop the product. Then we'll stop again. There will be a decision to issue it or not. We are not pushing the button. We are aiming at being ready to push the button if this would be the final decision, not only by the ECB. There will be legislation to be approved. So you will be hearing more about this, and I would be interested in hearing from you on this. On what we would do if the GAFAs, first of all, I think that it has been clarified that before the legislation, which is under discussion at the European level, in particular the market in crypto assets, the regulation by proposed by the Commission, which has been issued for opinions, which is now back under discussion. Before that is approved, we do not expect the GAFAs to provide their stable coins. That is an expectation by Commission, by the ECB. I think it's pretty clear that the understanding should have been, the message should have been clear. Once the regulation is approved, then we will be dealing from a regulatory and oversight viewpoint with them. But this will not be enough. You cannot say just no to something which has side effects. You have to be also in positive terms reactive to the emerging needs by consumers. So this is the reason why I'm here today. We are also not only saying not now or not tomorrow, but doing our best to contribute to satisfy those needs.
Thank you very much.